Hey, Vicky.
What?
Hey, Vicky. I went to Savers this morning. Found something.
Ew, when it's touching me.
Look at the kitty shirt. Look at the kitty
That
shirt.
might be the worst one yet.
I doubt that.
It's close. Hipster
Okay.
cat. But I don't understand why the gold chain. Is it a hipster rapper cat?
This is a
cat.
I
am.
This cat is wearing. It's wearing a beanie hat, or for our Canadian friends, it is wearing a toque. And then it's wearing glasses and then a gold chain. So the glasses and the toque, I mean, sort of hipstery, but then the gold chain, I don't know. Is he like a hip hop hipster? Hip hop hipster?
I think you're trying to.
A catster?
You're reaching.
Whatever.
Get it off of me. What is wrong with you? Gross.
Anyway, and yet again, it's actually my size. It's a medium.
Oh,
so
geez.
I will be keeping this one. I will be adding this to my collection.
Cat collection.
It's like a fungus. It just keeps growing.
I swear she needs an entire dresser just for cat shirts now. I don't even know where they're going to go or what she's going to do with them. But I think I wash 10 to 15 cat shirts a week. And
I wear a lot of cat shirts. Okay, I love them.
Half of them are new.
Anyway, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is Sunday, so that means we are at the Sunday Live Haul show.
Hello.
And we're very happy to see a lot of you guys here. And
Cheryl, I'd be happy to send you a few cool cat t-shirts.
Cheryl says, "Why?
I can steal them. I know
cool
where
cat
to find
t-shirts with 500 question marks. Listen,
I know where to find a few.
Here's the thing. You keep watching, you keep interacting with us. I'm on a mission to give away cat t-shirts because I want to spread the disease of the funny cat t-shirt. I've already sent out a couple recently. I had, hey, Lori Rickson. Actually, I'm going to share my screen real quick because I think this was really funny. We went this week and we joined Costco because we decided that we wanted to be able to buy large quantities of things all at the same time. So we went to Costco. Let me share my screen here.
Listen, they had a great Groupon. It was like $60 for the executive membership.
Okay. No. They had a Groupon that was $60. Mm-hmm. So she buys it. We go in to sign up. The guy gives his spiel, and
he upsold me.
Next thing you know, he has upsold this one to like
the executive,
basically double the price. Supposedly we're going to be getting back some like $80. I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it.
But I paid $40 for the executive.
She got upsold. She got a new credit card opened out of it.
That I don't need to use.
I
don't have to use it.
Rationalizing it.
I can close it.
Anyway.
As soon as we get our little.
All right, I'm going to show this. So we went and you have to get like your pictures taken. So I posted an Instagram picture of our IDs. As you can see, I'm very serious in my picture here. As being silly. And then 1440 Hustle said that she had just joined Costco online the same day and that she was going to try to get an epic photo taken. And so I told her, listen, you post a picture of that and I will send you a funny cat t-shirt. Well, 1440 Hustle, aka Erica, did not disappoint, guys. And that later that day, she posted her picture. She got not one thumbs up. She went for the double thumbs up in her picture. And so I haven't sent her shirt out yet. I will try to get that done on Monday, tomorrow. But I do have a cat t-shirt that I am sending out to Erica. So yeah. So for the rest of you guys, yeah, all you got to do is pay attention, interact with us, and there's always going to be opportunities to win amazing cat t-shirts, guys, because that's what I'm all about.
Ridiculous.
And she's just happy that I'm sending them out of the house, right?
Any out of the houses.
Of course, then I go back and thrift and I find more. So it's like, it's just a vicious cycle.
See, Cheryl, I haven't gotten my pick done yet. Challenge accepted.
Cheryl,
there you go.
The sillier, the better, Cheryl. Come on. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, apparently that's the new thing also is that I'm starting the trend of the silly Costco ID photo. Somebody had asked, I hadn't seen the comment until I went back and looked. Somebody asked about what my driver's license picture looks like. They don't let you mess around when you get, your ID. If you try to
like lift up your bangs so they can see your eyebrows now. I don't know what that's about. I guess if eyebrows are the shape of your eyebrows, you're not supposed to be able to change. Hello. What about the people that draw on those magic marker cholo eyebrows? Clearly their eyebrows don't look natural in their license photo, so I don't know how that works. And that they want to see your ears. I don't know.
I don't know. My driver's license picture is very boring because they won't let you be silly. I've tried, guys. They retake it.
I look like a serial killer in my driver's license.
It's true.
I'm not really smiling. I'm kind of grimacing, and I don't know if they
she looks a little murdery.
Smile.
A little murdery.
I look a little creeper. But yeah, the executive Costco thing. Yeah, listen, I'm not going to use my credit card there. I only have it because it was cheaper, and we got like $80 in a Visa gift card back. So it was like ended up netting. It cost $40 net. So I'm not a dummy. I don't use all my credit cards.
Yeah.
I'll close it out.
Okay.
I was working the system, man.
All right, man. You think you're tough, huh?
Hey, I try. I try.
Anyway, guys, it's getting warm here. We finally hit like the real Vegas summer here. Today it's supposed to hit, well, yeah, I mean, yes, of course it's going to get hotter later in the summer, but we're hitting like the real weather here. It's like going to be 105. I think right now it's over 100. It's going to be like 105, 106 today. Tomorrow it's going to go up to like 110. Okay. We already went swimming in the pool this morning, and we're going to go after the show. We're going to go to friends, and we're going to do some more pool time. So we're getting our sunburn / tan on. The nice thing about
a little bit.
Yeah, the nice thing about the Vegas super dry heat is that let's see, when we were in Rhode Island, we were out in the sun for like 45 minutes for lunch, and I literally got like a sunburn on my arms. Here, I can be out in the sun for hours and I don't get burned like that. So it's kind of nice.
I'm telling you, I say it's the same thing. Like I used to be a lobster every year in Rhode Island. First time in the sun, 20 minutes in the sun. I looked like a lobster for a week. Burn, peel, burn, peel. I don't really burn here. I'm pink and then it turns to a tan. I never peel. It doesn't happen here because my theory, and I have never looked this up, so somebody tell me if I'm being scientifically intelligent or not, but my theory has been because it's so dry here, there's no moisture in the air, so there's not enough, the refraction of the sun makes it's not as strong even though we're closer to the equator.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's something about the not having the moisture in the air.
It must be because normally, like if I stayed out in the sun for too long, I would burn. But I'm doing all right here.
Yeah.
Linda Hubble wants to know if there were any surprises in the pool.
Not this time. No, the pool is clean. They've cleaned the other
pool
out. They
the
just retiled. Yeah, they just retiled one of the pools, and that's the pool we went in. So yeah.
Lorna says 105 sounds gross. It's really not gross. For one thing, you're inside most of the time and you're going from air conditioning to air conditioning. And again, dry heat. So it's really not like that crazy hot. When we were here for when we were here for eBay Open last year in July, they had just had some sort of like crazy rainstorm. And so there was so much moisture. So the humidity was like abnormally high.
Right.
And I think wasn't it like over 110? It was like 116 or something like that.
Probably.
So I remember when we were here, and even then we were inside the vast majority of the time. So you almost never feel the heat, but there were a couple times where we had to go outside and it was like the humidity was so unusually high. It was like you would get hit with the
walking
wall of
from
heat.
building to building.
Oh, it was rough. But normally it's pretty dry, and so it's not too bad. I love it here, so I don't mind the heat. I'm loving it. When we were in Rhode Island, I felt freezing cold all the time, even though it really wasn't that cold.
It was pretty cold.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah. See, her body's starting to get adjusted already.
Yep, I'm okay with that. So
6 months here.
Yep. All right, so one of the things I want to talk about is if you guys are doing the free returns or if you're waiting for the ability to differentiate between free domestic returns and buyer paid international returns. I just want to see, I know, did you check just before you came up here or no?
No, I checked about an hour ago.
Okay, so they were in the process of adding that ability to sellers accounts. On the first, it still hadn't adjusted on mine. Now it has, but I think there's still some sellers out there who can't do it yet.
I couldn't as of an hour ago. So.
Yeah, as of an hour ago, she couldn't. And so, but
again, I've been doing free returns though for 2 months, and I have not had an international request yet. I've never had one, so I'm not like going crazy over it.
No, but I did want to show, because some people ask questions and stuff, so I wanted to go ahead and show really quick that if you are able to do it. I'll show you where you can go. Now, this just pertains to people who actually are using business policies, which if you have not opted into business policies, I know it's a little scary and it's kind of a mess at first when you first go into it, but it really is worth it because it makes it a lot easier to be able to switch things around, because it's easier than having to bulk edit everything all the time. Because if you don't have business policies right now, I believe you have to go in and bulk edit all your listings in order to switch over to free returns or make any changes to your listings. But this way, let me go ahead and click on this. Now earlier, okay, it's not having the problem anymore. Anyway, okay, so here's my listings or all of my business policies. So you see I have my return policy right here, free returns. I can go in and edit this, and you can see that they now have it separated out between domestic returns accepted. I have 30 days. I have seller paid returns, so that's free returns. And then for international, I do accept returns, but here I have it as buyer paid returns. Now, like Victoria said,
I don't have that yet.
Yeah, so hers isn't showing yet, but like she said, you know, as far as, I mean, I've never had a international return. I've had one time where an international buyer wasn't happy with whatever it was that they bought, and we negotiated a partial refund, so I didn't have to deal with a return on that. In the 3+ months that I've been doing free returns, and they've been allowed for international sales, I have not.
3 months. We've been doing this for 3 months.
Yeah, I have not had a single return request. So yeah, but you know, as soon as you can, if you are doing free returns and you haven't done this yet, make sure you go in and differentiate between those, because
and they did say if you get an international return in the meantime and your system is not set up for you to swap it, they will cover the international return shipping fee.
Yes,
they did say that.
They did say that.
I don't know who you contact to handle that portion. I'm assuming just contact eBay for business, or just call customer service if you don't have, if you're not part of the concierge program.
Yeah.
But in any case, they did say that. So because they realized that it's taking them some time.
Right. Because they had said it was going to be the end of May, and they're requiring free returns in order for you to get your 10% final value fee discount. So they understand that for a few people, it's like, you know, you want to be able to do it. If you're planning on doing free returns, you have to switch over, but you kind of might be worried about the whole free international returns. So they are covering people with that. And then the other thing, what was the other thing I was going to say?
I'm not inside your head entirely yet, so I can't tell you what you were going to say.
Anyway, so that's that. Oh, the other thing is, a lot of you guys got emails. Not everybody, but a lot of sellers got emails. It was like a special thing where you could opt into this promotion that basically, if you did free returns for like the first 30 days or a month or whatever it was, eBay, if it was a remorse return, eBay would actually cover the return shipping on that
until August.
Is it until August?
Yes, it's until August. If you already had free returns, you did not get that email.
No, but when they very first, what was that?
That was a stink eye.
But when they very first started talking about the free returns, that was going to be an upcoming requirement in the summer, a few months ago, they sent out a similar email to a lot of sellers, and we both did opt into that. So
yeah, and it did save. It was automatic. I didn't even get, I would send the label and then I didn't get charged for it on a few things. That every time someone said it was because of fit or they didn't like the color or whatever they said, as long as they chose one of the correct options, I wasn't charged for the return shipping label.
So if you got that email and you're still not sure, go ahead and try it, because it's just an easy, free way for you to try out the whole free returns thing and see if maybe you want to do it long term, or maybe it's not.
Why not? That's 3 months that they're going to cover those return shipping fees for you on anything that is a remorse return, which is all you would have been worried about anyway.
Right. Because because I am not as described and stuff like that, you have to take anyway. So anyway, yeah. So I just wanted to touch on those.
Holly Walker. Yes, I opted into that and had already changed to free returns. Nice. So maybe you got a little bit of an extra.
Yeah,
that's good. Cool. Hey, I'm only jealous. Yeah, I'm only jealous a little bit. No, but you don't know. Not everybody gets these same offers. Like when people get free listing offers or free extra listing offers and stuff like that. It kind of just, it's random. Whoever gets it. I don't know how they.
Yeah, I don't know how they decide. I just know I didn't get that second one.
Me either.
But they also had like a whole like save 25% on final value fees and stuff listed like in the next, I don't know how many days. Teresa said to ask me if I got it, and I didn't get it, guys.
Nope.
So they don't always send everything to everybody.
They don't love us.
Yeah, apparently they do not love us
anymore. For all those people that think that, Katie or I or any of the people that are eBay positive are paid people by eBay, then you realize this is when you realize not so much.
Yeah, no, not so much. Anyway, okay, so we have a bunch of solds for this week, but seriously, okay.
I kind of kicked
this
your butt.
this one over here. I don't know why I like to say this one, but
this one, like these ones.
Yeah, like these. Well, this one's a little bit different than because I can't be like this, this. I mean, I guess I could, and then you just look at me like that, and then I feel a little awkward, weird because there's like 50 people watching us right now.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Daryl, forever funky.
Anyway, so yeah, she had some ridiculously huge sales this week, like high price items. So
I did. I had a good week.
She definitely killed me. And you know what? I'm seeing a lot going around about the whole summer slowdown. And first of all, it just depends on what you sell. I don't think you've seen anything significant as far as yours, what you normally sell. Mm-hmm. Mine's definitely slowed down a little bit as compared to like last month. But when I look at it compared to last year at this time, I'm actually up a little bit, but not a ton, but I am up a little bit, which just tells me that like last year, I remember around the same time, I also had kind of slower sales. So it really does happen. And this is where it's like really good for you to like kind of pay attention
keep listing.
Well, keep listing, of course.
And keep sourcing because this is yard sale season. So source, stockpile your good stuff.
Yes.
And just get your store loaded for fourth quarter.
Yes, absolutely. But what I was also going to say is that this is where you really want to pay attention to trends in your business. Mm-hmm. You want to be paying attention to kind of like, you should be looking at like month by month, how like 2017 went for you and comparing that to 2018 so that when you do kind of start to see these trends, you don't feel like because a lot of people are kind of panicking, like, why am I not selling anything right now? Or why are my sales so slow? But when you step back and look at the bigger picture and you start to see like, oh, this is kind of the trend that happens every year.
Right.
There's a certain amount of, I guess, like comfort that comes from that, like understanding mm-hmm. like, okay, there's certain trends that happen in the market. And depending on like what you sell and things like that. But then of course you also want to be pushing to like do better than last year. So like I said, I'm up a little bit. And actually my numbers don't take into account those international sales that I did through, whatever that thing was, a web interpret. Mm-hmm. So actually my sales are up a decent amount from last year.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
Robin says, not for her, no slowdown for me. It's been good for us, way higher for us this year. And I think that's because, Robin, you and Jimmy have been really working, you especially, been really working this business these past several months in a way that you probably haven't before. Yeah. So you've really got your nose to the grindstone, and that shows. It shows that your sales are higher, your store is doing better. The more work you put into your business, the more you're going to get out of it. And that's the same no matter what time of the year it is. This is where I really think that our dashboard would be great if they gave us year over year, not just month over month. I've been saying this forever, that there are some different things that I wish we had access to in our dashboard. I can go find my sales from last year too, but I would like to have it right in front of me. I think that seller dashboard would, if we had a little bit more information.
Yeah, it would be nice. Great. It would be nice. But yeah, exactly with Robin and Jimmy, it's like if you have, if you're doing the same thing that you did last year, this year, then probably you're going to see the same trends happening. But if you are ramping things up, if you are trying to improve, building up your inventory, sourcing better stuff, being more consistent with your listing, then you're going to be able to kind of counteract any of those issues with like slower times. But Vicky's totally right. Like when it is slower, like it's a great opportunity for you to be getting more listings done. That means maybe you're shipping less, so you got a little more time to list more and start building up the inventory. Because seriously, guys, it is now we're June 3rd right now. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're already in June, and then we're gonna be July, then August, and then all of a sudden we're gonna be in the fourth quarter.
Mid-September, your sales, if you're consistent in your listing and sourcing, mid-September, your sales are gonna take off. If you're new to this and you've never been through a fourth quarter before, it does not matter what you sell. New, old, used, doesn't matter.
I sell mostly used men's clothing, and I'm telling you, fourth quarter is huge for me.
Me too.
Okay, so people are shopping for presents, but they're also just in the mood to spend money. Mm-hmm. Like people like to spend, they're out shopping for presents and then they buy stuff for themselves. And so they're just spending a lot of money. So really, I get that it's like summertime and maybe you want to be like kind of chilling out and like having a good time, going out and doing stuff. And of course, make time for yourself to do that. But you really need to be like ramping things up and building up your inventory, because you want to hit fourth quarter with as much inventory as you possibly can have, because it is going to sell like crazy. It just is.
And then February, you'd get a little bit of a slowdown again. February, a little half of March, and then it starts to pick up again. It's cyclical. That's the way it is.
Gretchen wants to know if we list winter clothes now for the fourth quarter or wait until August, September.
Well,
I don't.
Good
well,
segue.
yes. So just a second here, and we're going to go. The very first thing that Vicky's going to share is going to answer that question. But I will tell you, I have never paid attention to seasonal stuff. I list everything that I like to list. I sell a ton of jackets during the summertime. My first summer selling on eBay, I remember I sold like almost 100 jackets throughout the summer. So it does not matter. And the thing is, for one thing, people just shop at any time of year for anything. People go on vacations. Just because I live in Vegas doesn't mean I'm not going to go somewhere where it's going to be chilly. And also, you go to places.
Isn't it cold in Alaska right now?
You sell internationally. I think it's pretty warm there. But you sell internationally, and it's like Australia is like in the fall season over there right now. So it's like, it does not matter. People shop for stuff year round, particularly if you sell more collectible stuff or like vintage, like I do, and like Vicky's
Christmas stuff, like
everything.
People always wonder, should I sell my holiday stuff now? Yes, you should. As a matter of fact, put your holiday stuff in your store now and sell it, price it higher, because it's going to sell for a higher price later in the year if it doesn't sell right now. You want to price things higher for fourth quarter. If you look at solds now on certain holiday items, or some people will price things lower because it's off season. That means that you're going to see the past solds are going to be a lower dollar amount. Well, you know what? If you have a tool like WorthPoint or Terapeak, and you're able to go back and take a look at things that have sold in December, look at prices in November, December, January for holiday things, for winter things. That is how you should be pricing your stuff year round, period.
Yep.
Unless for some reason you have a very small storage area and you get something for pennies and you just want to flip it fast. And do the international buyers actually pay the high USPS charges? Absolutely they do.
All right, guys. Like Victoria said, good segue. And almost all of my sales that I'm sharing with you today are international sales for a reason. Got a theme going. And I want to show you what a difference it is with international sales, particularly if you do your own direct international shipping as opposed to using Global Shipping Program, aka GSP. But speaking of selling winter clothes in the summertime, let's go ahead. I'm going to go and share the screen, and we're going to look at our the highlights for our solds this last week. And Victoria's going to blow all your minds right about now.
And I swear, I'm going to feel like this is like a staged questions right here, because thank you for like leading us into these great segues, because I was going to go with this information anyway, but
there you go. All right.
So
what do you got?
This is my okay. So this just sold a couple of days ago. It is, I think I paid $5 or $10 for it. I've had it listed for a long time. Excuse the crappy photo, but it's a snowsuit.
It's so hard to photograph.
They're so hard to photograph, really. But in any case, that's the best I could do.
And you have a good, and here's the thing. It's like, you have a really good main photo. Your main photo is like well lit. It's nice,
it had to be. Yeah. So
so it's like, whatever.
The long photos, they suck. They are what they are.
Never make this
really
your main
hard.
photo.
Yeah. It's really hard to show a snowsuit, and people want to see what the whole thing looks like, right? So this is a high-end brand. And so this sold for not the $87 it says. I think it sold for $65. I took a best offer. It was on sale. Anyway, I had it priced really high. I was perfectly happy to get rid of it at $65. It went to Arizona, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So there is no part of Arizona that is not hot as hell right now. So
sassy little mouth on this one, guys.
So it went to Arizona. It went from the desert here to the desert-ish there, and they bought it this week. So yes, winter stuff sells year round. That person might be a skier. Maybe they're going on a vacation somewhere where they need a snowsuit. I don't know.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so I'm going to go to my first one, and this one is, I don't know if I've talked about these blazers at all before, but this is a Polo Ralph Lauren women's nautical blazer. I have the keywords yacht rock, because if you know anything about us, you know we're into the yacht rock, and this is a sweet jacket for the yacht rock scene.
It's a thing. Look it up.
So the reason I found this, I don't normally buy women's clothing, but I happened to find this at one of the Burlingtons here in Vegas. They had it in the men's section, I'm assuming because somebody wasn't paying attention, and I guess it is buttoned like a men's blazer, but it's definitely women's. And they had them for $60. I was like, hot diggity dog, as I like to say. This is awesome. I love the crest that's on it. And so I actually ended up going to every single Burlington in the Vegas area and buying up all the ones I could find. I believe I probably bought a total of like 16 or 17 of them. So far I've sold, I think I sold like 11 of them to one guy in New York. And then I've sold a few one-offs here and there. And then this one, I took an offer for $125. So again, I paid $60 for them. But I knew I would be able to, at the very least, double my money, which normally I like to do more than double my money. However, in this case, because I had so many, because I had the quantity I had of them, and I only had to make like one listing. The way I do is a different listing for each size. I don't like using variations personally. But anyways, same pictures basically. So it's super easy to list. It didn't take a lot of time. And like I said, I've sold.
I think you have like 2 left.
I have 2 left. Yes, I have 2. This one was a size 6 that I just sold, and I have 2 more that are size 8s. But it was ranging all the way from 6 up to 14.
And it's only been like 3 or 4 months since you bought the ball, so you flipped them all fairly quickly.
I flipped, yeah. Well, yeah, the first 11 I sold like within like the first week, I think. So this was a great purchase. Like I said, I had to put some serious money into them, but.
All right, so we have a couple of questions, and Lorna, thank you for answering that question. Katie has a video describing how to set up international shipping without GSP on eBay. So
I don't know if my video explains how to set it up without GSP, but when you go into, and again, that's where it depends on if you have business policies set up on your store yet, or if you're still just doing it listing by listing. But either way, you should have, if you just have it within your listings, there's a spot where you check whether you want to use GSP or if you want to do your own international. And then if you have business policies, I can show you.
Business policies, you just have an international policy or 2 set up.
Yeah, I'll show you here. Actually, I guess I could just.
Maybe you could do a little video.
Maybe I could do a little video. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I will do that.
I think a little video would be good. I can't answer the question for you because honestly, I've never even seen anything about GSP. I've been selling on eBay for 15 years. I mean, GSP has never even been on my radar.
I did GSP for about a week because I had the normal fears that all new sellers have where international shipping just sounds like it's too complicated.
Yeah.
So I signed up for GSP. I did it for maybe a week before switching over to doing it myself and realized how ridiculously easy it is to do it myself.
I used to have to fill out the forms in triplicate at the post office counter. So I mean, I don't, you don't have to do that anymore. So, and you had to know which forms to fill out and how to fill it out. And so all of that stuff doesn't even work anymore. So I'm glad that I've never really had to deal with it. So I've always just shipped for myself.
Yeah. All right. So next one for you.
Next one for me. This is just a helmet that I sold. I paid $20 at a garage sale about 2 or 3 months ago. This sold. I think this one sold. I took a best offer on this for $165. Shipping was about $10 on it because it's big.
Very nice. One thing I noticed today, guys, I don't know if anyone else has seen this yet, but when we do the show, Vicky sends me like a bunch of links of like her solds so that I can get them all ready. And when I went to look at them today, it was really interesting. I'll show you what happened. I think I can just go back and it'll take me to it. So she sent me the link. I clicked on the link and this is what came up. It used to be that it would come up. It used to be that it would be this page right here. So yeah, I would click on the link and it would say this listing is ended.
Oh, it sold for $140. I apologize.
Yeah, this listing is ended, sold for $140, whatever. And this is the page I would see. Well, now I click on the link she sent me and it says this listing you're looking for is no longer available. Check out the similar item we found for you. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. And that actually happened with, I'll show you on some of the other listings because this one just takes you to, these are new ones, but they're the same helmet, relatively a little bit different. But this is kind of interesting. So I don't know if they're doing this only with, if they're doing this with promoted listings,
I don't know
where they're getting them from, but it's just kind of interesting. So that means, you know, when other people look at stuff, maybe
this is clearly a huge seller.
Yes, that's why I'm going to show you on some of your other ones. I'll show you when we get to the next ones how it does.
Who did I use for shipping the helmet? The helmet went to California, and we're here in Nevada, so I just shipped it USPS priority, and it's about 4.5 pounds, so it was somewhere around $10 for shipping on that. So
cool. All right, so now the rest of mine are all going to be international sales. So this one's not a huge sale. I sold it for $35.99, but it was international. So here's the deal, guys. If I was using global shipping program to ship my stuff, I have free shipping, free domestic shipping on all my listings. So if somebody, this particular jacket I sold to France, if that person bought it from me through GSP, they would, I would get the $35.99, and then I would have to pay to ship it to Kentucky, where the GSP program would go ahead and send it to France, right? So it would cost me, I think this is probably going to go flat rate, padded flat rate. So it would have cost me like $7 to ship it. So I would have ended up making $29 on this particular sale. Well, because I sold this internationally and I shipped it myself, they actually paid me the shipping cost for this. So it wasn't, I don't have to send it for free. It's not free shipping for international orders. So they actually paid $23.50 to have this shipped to them. It cost me about $20 to ship it because we get our discount.
We get a discount.
So not only do I get the full $35.99 because I don't have to pay for shipping out of that, I get an additional $3. So if I sold this domestically, I would end up with $29. I mean, that's not counting like fees and everything, but just looking at shipping, I get $29. But because I sold to France and I'm shipping it myself, I'm going to get $39. That is a huge, huge difference. And this is where I'm starting to say, like, you got to look at this and look at these numbers when you think about if you want to do GSP or if you want to do direct shipping yourself. The other thing with GSP is for a lot of buyers, it costs a lot more. The shipping costs a lot more. eBay, the program charges them more in fees. Some countries like Canada don't even charge customs fees on certain amounts. Same with Australia. I don't know what all the rules are in all the countries. All I know is that for a lot of buyers, it's more expensive and they're less likely to buy from you if you use GSP. A lot of Canadians won't buy from you at all if you do it through GSP. So just something to think about. Well, let's go to your next one.
Oh, this was sweet, I have to say. I did show this a few weeks ago that I picked this up at a garage sale. I paid $5 for it. I listed this, and some of you that are my personal friends may have seen this on Facebook this week because this was kind of a cool thing. So I listed it for $299.95. I thought I had best offer on it, but clearly I didn't have best offer on it. But I listed it for $299.95, free shipping, and it sold 5 minutes. 5 minutes after it was listed. They paid full price. It would have, had it gone in, fast enough, it would have flipped into my sale that I had running at 25% off, which I would have been fine with. So this sold 5 minutes after I listed full price before the sale even caught up to it. And because my whole store was on sale.
And you can see all like the wear on it.
There's wear, there's missing fur. I have that all loaded in the description.
The pictures definitely show everything, all the issues.
And that looks like it's been resewn. It was tagged or rushed in. That's something pretty important because a lot of people think those rubber face things are all called rushed in, and they're not. There are different ones. But he was really big and cute, but very clearly well loved and a little bit grungy. And you can't wash those. It's not like I could throw that in the washing machine. It would have disintegrated. So, and I wasn't scrubbing it by hand. So that sold just the way it was. $299.
Yeah, that's
shipped
crazy.
To California.
And you got that at Savers?
No, garage sale.
Oh, okay.
A garage sale that we went to, the one where I bought the American Girl doll. I bought this and the American Girl doll.
And that was where they had that viewfinder that they were trying to charge you like $20
Yeah,
for.
I paid $5 for it.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
That was a good score.
All right. So.
But I also knew what I was buying. I knew what it was before I bought it, but I didn't know it was going to go that high. And this was if you even look at the sales, that is the highest price of any one that is sold in the last 90 days. So I priced it high.
Now, people are saying that when they've been looking at comps, it's been doing that, like taking them to other pages. I'm not really sure why that's an issue because when you look at the comps, aren't you just looking at the list of sold? So I don't know where you're looking at comps that gets in the way or makes it hard to research. But I guess I have to see.
Yeah, Linda said when looking at solds this weekend, she ran into that. So I haven't looked at it up any comps in the past.
Yeah, I have. I did today a couple times, and I didn't notice that there was any issue with that. So I'm not sure. Okay, so my next one, again, this is an international sale. So I sold this. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren rugby shirt. And anytime, pretty much any Polo Ralph Lauren rugby shirts you want to get. This one is especially cool because of this like interesting stripe design it's got going on, and it's got the P patch on the front of it. So this has been up for a little while, but I had it priced kind of high, because I wanted to sell it for a lot. And this one I ended up selling for $69.99. It is going to the Netherlands, which is super cool. Again, it was a free shipping if it would have been sold domestically, but they bought it in the Netherlands. They paid $23.50 for shipping. So I make another few bucks with my shipping discount. So had I sold it domestically, I would have ended up with $63. Because I sold it internationally, I get $73. So I'm making more money by doing that for sure. And plus, here's the thing, guys. The last 12 months, 20% of my gross revenue has been international sales.
Me too.
About $20,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm saying gross sales has been 20%. When I look at the number of transactions, it's not that high because international buyers tend to spend more money. They're willing to spend more money. So like my average sale price for my international sales is actually much higher than my domestic.
Mine too. If they're going to buy and they're going to pay for shipping from the US, they're going to buy a higher priced item. They're not buying the crate and barrel or now craft and barrow crap from Kohl's or whatever. They're not buying junk. They're going to buy better priced stuff.
Yeah.
And better quality stuff and different name brands and styles and things that they can't get cheaply elsewhere.
Right. Arani wants to know, does flat rate apply to international shipping? They have flat rates for international. You don't generally want to do flat rate is more for like priority, which is a super expensive.
Flat rate internationally is very expensive.
No,
they don't have a bubble mailer.
Yeah.
They do have an envelope and they do have boxes. But generally speaking, if you're selling clothing or anything under 4 pounds, you don't ever want to use flat rate for international. It's like $50, $60. It's not worth it for them or for you.
Right.
You want to use calculated.
All right. So next one for Victoria. I think you talked about this when you got it.
I did. I talked about this. This is a book that I picked up at Savers. I paid $5, I think, for the book. It's really big. You can't quite get the grasp of that from the photograph, but it's a large coffee table book. And it's missing the dust cover, but otherwise it's in excellent condition inside. It's an art book. So it has some damage to the spine and a little water damage in the corner, but it's all noted in my photographs and the description. And it sold for $100.
You took an offer, I'm assuming?
I took an offer. So yeah, sold for $100.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Gretchen wants to know, when I do international shipping, do I print shipping just like local? Okay, so Gretchen, I will put, I actually have a video. Lorna mentioned it earlier, and you can go find it in my videos. But if I remember, I will go into the description of this video and I'll add a link to that video. But I do show kind of like the process of doing your own international shipping label. I don't think I show how to set up your international shipping, but I do show like how you like the ease of basically printing out your label. It's super, super simple.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so somebody was saying something about where you can click to like see the listing. So I'll show you what happened. So she sent me that link. I clicked on it, and instead of taking me to her listing, it took me to this page, and it said, again, it says the listing you're looking for is no longer available. Check out the similar item we found for you. So this person,
which is why I took $100, because I had priced it the same price as this one, and this person actually has the dust cover,
and they have five
copies. So I took $100 versus $190 on something that has some damage to the corner, and
yeah, and they don't even have pictures. The condition just says excellent. Doesn't even say it's
they
new.
have a stock photo,
and
that was actually the only item that I was able to find on it. So,
but yeah, so if you click on this, if you ever find yourself on this page, this is actually a hyperlink right here where it says listing, and that takes you back to the listing you're trying to look at, and then I go to see original listing, so I can actually look at the whole listing. So yeah. Anyway, all right, my next one. Okay, so I got a couple things I want to talk about here. So this is, again, an international sale. This went to Israel, and here's the thing about this one. Free returns, guys. I sold this domestically a few weeks ago, and for whatever reason, the buyer wanted to return it. It was a free return. They had paid, at the time I took an offer, for $102. So they paid $102 for it. I shipped it to them with free shipping. They wanted to return it. I had to pay the return shipping. Relisted it, sold it for $120 to Israel. So not only did I sell it for almost $20 more, but they also paid $35.75 to have it shipped to them, which cost me about $30 to ship to them. So ultimately, Had I resold it domestically, I would have made $113, but because I sold it internationally, I did $125. I made back all the money and a little bit extra as far as any money that I had lost because I had free returns on it. So again, this is like the second time a pretty high value item I've had returned through the free returns process and turned around and resold it pretty quickly for a significantly higher amount. So this is just, again, where I say to you guys, like, don't be so scared about the free returns. Generally, you can make more money back the second time around. And if you do international sales, you can do even better than that. So I was pretty stoked about this sale. All right, so let's go to, I think this is your last one.
So you guys might remember this also from a haul video, maybe about 6 weeks ago or so. These shoes I paid $5 for. They were a collaboration with Vans, and I paid $5 for them. They're used. They're not in fantastic brand new condition. They were obviously worn, and again, condition's been photographed well. They sold for $218.
Woo woo!
And look
even like included some cat hair.
Yeah, I mean, I did clean it actually a little bit better before I sent them out. That inside, but I was like, I couldn't get it out. I tried the vacuum cleaner. I tried tape. I tried everything, but I was pretty clear about the condition and what was in them. Wherever I got them, somebody must have had a cat that either slept in their closet on their shoes or something. I don't know. I was sneezing and wheezing the whole time I was cleaning to photograph. So yeah, so those sold $220. I paid $5. I'm telling you, shoes are my thing lately. I'm doing really well with shoes.
Awesome.
I don't know what it is, but I'm going to keep at it. Finding them and selling them. I like it.
All right. So my last one is actually 5 different things because I had a buyer in Finland contact me and said, hey, I want to buy all 5 of these from you. How much can I get them for, including the shipping? So basically it's just, these were all 4 t-shirts and 1 button down. They were all on sale for $24.99. Nothing super exciting, but for whatever reason, this guy in Finland really wanted all of these. And so he wanted to know what I could do for him. Now, individually, when he ordered them, the shipping would have added up to $89, which clearly it's not going to cost $89 for me to ship all this stuff. So what I told him is, go ahead and make me an offer on all 5 of these items for $22 each. And I will ship them all to you for, I quoted them $39.95. Now, these all together, it's just under 3 pounds. It's really going to cost me about $30 to ship them. So I got a total of $110 for all 5 of these items, plus the $39.95 shipping. So I'm going to make about $120 on those once I pay for the shipping. So it's averaging about $24 per shirt shipped. And if I would have sold these domestically, I would have sold them, even if somebody just bought them for the full sale price, $24.99, each of those would have had to be shipped out. And even if I sold them to the same person, maybe I could have put all 5 of them into a single padded flat rate envelope. And even in that case, it would have been $103 versus the $120 internationally. So that's just all to say again, is definitely makes sense.
It would behoove you to learn how to ship international yourself, period.
Yep, absolutely. Because I'm telling you, that's not even
make the informed decision whether you want to choose GSP on certain items or whether you want to put GSP, you may decide that you want to use it anyway.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that that love having the option to use GSP, and a lot of people that love using GSP and they've had good success with it. But if you are just shipping GSP because you don't know how to ship international, learn.
Yeah. GSP is really good for heavier items. But if it's something that you have, first class international goes all the way up to 4 pounds. And then there's different,
Christiane likes behooving. Sorry, I use big words sometimes.
Yeah. So up to 4 pounds is first class international. So anything up to 4 pounds is really good. And even if it's stuff that's like higher value, you can buy insurance for it. And there's a lot of people who say, I use GSP, I get international sales all the time, it's really easy. And I get that, but I guarantee you would get more sales you don't even know that you're missing out on. And it really is super simple. Again, I will include the link to the video that I did just showing how easy it is. The only difference is that you have to sign on a little line.
It's still
before you attach the label.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, you don't have to hand write it out. It self-populates. I show you the process. It's super easy. And I'm telling you, like I said, I did $20,000 in international sales.
I did 17,000
in the last 12 months. In the last 12 months, that is a lot of money. That's huge. I mean, that's
17,000 is what I did.
So I mean, I can't imagine, like, if I had done GSP, maybe it would have been 10. I don't know. I mean, I send a lot of stuff out internationally. So anyway.
I agree. Certainly beats misbehooving. Oh, you are a punny one today, Christiane.
Cheryl says, Cheryl, I'm not sure what you're saying. International, no free returns. I just said earlier, you can separate it out so that you have buyer paid returns for international sales. So you don't have to worry about that. And yes, I ship to all countries. Yes, you can block countries. You certainly can. I don't block any countries. I just don't.
I don't either. I did for a while. There were certain countries that I would block. There are certain countries that are more high risk to ship to, let's say. And eBay actually stopped shipping through GSP or through their shipping and through their shipping link for a couple of countries.
Yeah.
But I just use stamps to ship to those countries. So, I mean, really, I think I've had 3 or 4 problems in 15 years where items have gone missing.
And like I said, last year, in the last 12 months, $20,000 from international sales. I had probably 2 or maybe 3 or 4 where they said they hadn't received them or there was issues around that, but all of them I was able to resolve except for one. So there was only a single.
I had one.
There's a single one. I mean,
the same country.
It was about like $100.
Same country.
It was like $100.
Mine was a little over 100.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a little over $100. Now, had I done that through GSP, I wouldn't have had to worry about it. But I'm telling you, I would not have done $20,000.
You would have lost more than $100.
I would have lost. I'm pretty positive I would have lost thousands of dollars in sales.
My actual amount invested in the item itself and the shipping was probably around the $10 on the item, and then I lost about $15 in shipping. So I lost about $25, and it was about $100 sale, and it tracking never showed delivered, and it
Part
was
of doing
what it
business.
was.
You gotta
you gotta count for shrinkage.
Exactly, shrinkage.
All right.
Okay. So that was our long sold segment, but we do have some cool stuff to show you guys that we found in this last week. We haven't been doing a lot of sourcing just because, again, I think we talked about this last week. We both have kind of a lot of stuff that we need to.
We got backlog, a little bit of backlog.
And I'm really focusing on trying to, like, I had a decent amount, and I usually don't have any death piles, but I'm trying to like get down what I do have. So I haven't needed to do a lot of sourcing, but we did go out a little bit just basically to get stuff for this show. Which is cool.
We needed some fresh stuff.
Yeah, which is good because we actually found some really cool stuff that I'm excited that we found. But I will say, okay, so we just found out that Savers in the Vegas area is for the entire summer, starting tomorrow, Monday tomorrow, through like the beginning of September. Every Monday, everything's going to be 50% off. So that sounds super exciting. I usually go on Thursdays, which is when they do their 25% off sale. And they're going to continue to do that. But now every Monday, they're also going to have 50% off everything. So here is where the dilemma is, guys. Because I went today to one of the Savers and I found a bunch of really awesome stuff. It's like, the question is, do you go on the 50% off day and save a bunch of money, but you're going to be like battling with all these other people and you can only get to one store. You know, we have 6 Savers in our area. You can only get to one store at open. And yeah, they're putting more stuff out throughout the day.
And yeah, you can still find stuff. We've done this before.
Yeah, you're totally going to still find
5 o'clock in the afternoon on a 50% off day, you can still find stuff.
Absolutely.
But,
or do you go like on Sunday, like today, and buy stuff because you might find more good stuff because the people who are really picking or pay attention to the sales, most of them are going to want to go on Monday for the 50% off. So you're going to be paying more money, but hopefully you have 20% off coupons, because with Savers, every dollar you spend, you get points, and then you get percentages off, all that stuff. So that's where I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to start sourcing on Mondays because I hate the crowds. I hate having a battle over stuff. A lot of the good stuff.
She gets stabby. I'm usually like that all the time. She really hates the 50% off days.
Yeah.
Because there's too many people and she wants to punch him in the head.
Yeah. Well, like back in Oregon, I used to go to Salvation Army. They used to do, and I know they still do 50% off days, but they used to do 50% off everything, including new stuff. Now they make you wait a week before you can get to the new stuff. And that was on Wednesdays, and I would go to that. And then they had the thing where by the end of the week, they'd hit like Saturday and it was like everything was 69 cents or $1. that was on their 50% off color for the week. And I would never go to that because
that was always picked through.
Well, because it was already all picked through. So I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I may or may not go sourcing tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not sure.
We're torn.
We're torn. So I don't know what you guys think about it. Drummer says go Sunday and Monday. I can't do 2. I can't do 2 full days of shopping. So
I could, but I mean,
well, I need to get work done. So all right, let's do our haul.
All right.
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I'll go first. I got some stuff in front of me. All right. So these technically were not picked up this week. They were picked up in Rhode Island, but I didn't talk about them, and they were just listed. So more shoes. Shoes. So this is a pair of like rain boots, muck boots. They're called. The brand is Muck, M-U-C-K. And these are just like tall rubber boots. They'd call them in the UK. They'd call them wellies. And they're like a riding boot style. They're rain boots, your gardening boots, or
they're really cute. The pattern.
Yeah, they've got a real cute pattern on them. They're kind of made like a, oh shoot, just dropped my soda. Sorry. Kind of made like a Dansko on the bottom. And good thing we have brown carpeting.
Rude.
Whoops, live show. They're kind of made like a Dansko on the bottom, like they're really like a thick rubbery sole. Anyway, these appear to have not been worn or worn like maybe not ever, maybe not outside of the house. I don't know. But I paid $10 for them, and I'm going to sell them for about $85. So that was a good buy. And then, hold please, I gotta get one more thing and move my soda. Sorry. And okay, so this I picked up at a garage sale. Just a vintage trash can. It's like the Oakland Raiders or Los Angeles Raiders, or soon to be Las Vegas Raiders. It's vintage. It's kind of tall. It's very lightweight though. It's metal, and I paid $2.95 for this, and I'm gonna sell it for about $75. And so that's 2 things.
How are you gonna ship that baby?
In a box.
Smart ass.
How do I ship anything? You know, I buy big, stupid, hard to ship crap all the time.
Exactly. And then I usually have to help you.
No, you don't. You only have to help me if it's something really heavy that I can't get into a box.
Okay, you guys remember all the Barbie crap she bought? I had
You didn't help me ship it.
Well, you haven't sold it. I think you helped ship it. Are you?
Oh, we did. You did help me ship it to here.
She just said I didn't help her ship it.
You did.
I had to do the disassembly of the house and the Barbie pool. Then we got back here, and I had to reassemble them so she could take pictures. Then I had to take them apart again so that she could weigh them, so she could do the listings. So I'm just saying.
See, yep, helping is caring. Thank you, drummer. Well, the problem is that I bought all this Barbie stuff, and what I should have done is take photos of it while it was all together in Rhode Island, and just
that would have been a good idea.
Yeah,
I would have been smart.
I was not very smart. We just took it apart and shipped it, and then went, oh crap! Now I got to put it back together, take pictures, then take it apart again to ship it.
Yep.
So
that was my job. All right.
Yes, Katie is so abused, Leah. Yeah,
I'm very
horribly abused.
Very abused. Okay, so I went this morning to one of the Savers in the area here, and I actually found like a whole bunch of good stuff. And this first thing I got is this Nautica fleece. Now, this is definitely vintage. You've seen me talk about Nautica before, but this is the vintage. This is the 90s Nautica tag. You see the Nautica is all in lowercase letters. That is the telltale sign that it is vintage. The newer labels, it is all caps. So when you see the lowercase, that's vintage. This was $9.99, and then I had 20% off. It's good size, 2XL. It's not super exciting. It just has like the little Nautica on the sleeve. It'd be even more awesome if it was like Nautica all the way down the sleeve, but it is like the yellow black color block, which is popular. So I should be able to sell this for at least
$59.95.
Yes, $59.95. But yeah, I should be able to sell it for at least $50. So I was pretty stoked with that. I was like,
I'm just telling you, that's what I would price it at.
That's what she would price it at. Okay, the next thing I got 2 of these, slightly different colors. These are Reebok. They actually, this particular one is new with tags. The other one's new as well because they were together. It just doesn't have a tag on it. But it's Reebok Classic. I'm guessing this might be some sort of sample or something because it's got like this little thing on it that says it's got like the vendor code and stuff. But this is a Reebok jacket. It's kind of a track jacket. It's an awesome. Did I just hit you in the face? It is a really good size. It's a 3XL, guys. Full zip kind of track jacket. It's got the classic kind of Reebok logo on it. This isn't technically vintage. It's from 2001. So it's getting real close. It's 3 years away from being what we call vintage.
Oh my God.
But I was pretty stoked about that. And I mean, I haven't done the research on this yet because I literally just got it today, but I paid, it was $17.49, 20% off of that. I mean, I should be able to sell it for at least like $60. It's like new with tags. It's a really cool jacket. And again, 3XL. And then this is the other one. These were right next to each other on the rack.
I like that one better. That one has a spot on the front.
It's got a little spot. I'll be able to clean it off.
We're gonna have to Tide stick that one.
Yep, but I'll be able to clean it off. And this one again is a 3XL. It's that Reebok Classic. It doesn't have a tag on it, so this one they priced at $14.49, and I got 20% off of that. So very nice jacket. All right, you want to go?
Sure. So I walked in. I was meeting a friend for lunch this afternoon, earlier this week, and she was coming from work, so she was running a little bit late. And of course, lunch happened to be next door to a Goodwill. So, yeah, how else am I gonna spend half an hour?
Yeah.
So I just went in and out really quickly, and I did pretty well. So I happened to find, I don't know if they just put them all out on the rack or whatever. So I happened to find a bunch of Bob Mackie wearable art.
Somebody's grandma donated your clothes.
Somebody's grandma, or in my case, probably my mom. Other than the size would have been my mother. But this is the kind of stuff that you buy. They sell it on QVC. And it's not a super high-end brand. It's expensive on QVC, but as far as resale, you're not going to get a huge dollar amount for it. It really depends on what the item is. Mm-hmm. But these were all new with tags. There are 3 of them that are new with tags. And they're these big, gaudy, ugly-ass fleece jackets that someone is going to just love.
Yeah.
So I paid, let me find a price tag here. I believe I paid $5 a piece for them, and they've already been photographed. Sorry. So the price tag's gone. They were on sale, 50% off color tag. So they were $5 a piece, and I bought 3 of them. So this is one. And
yeah, both of our mothers have QVC Home Shopping Club problems.
And then this is another one. This is kind of like got this big bell sleeve, almost like a kimono style, but it zips up.
I could see my mom buying that one.
Yeah, my mother would probably wear that one too. And then there's this one, which is the teal version of the black thing that I just showed. And again, they all have tags. And these will probably sell. I'm going to sell them for about $60 or $70. The fleece jackets are the ones that are going to go for the most. And they're good sizes. They're all XL or 2XL.
Nice.
Yeah, all extra large. So those will go.
Very cool.
Let me see. I'll do one more thing since that's kind of like a 3-in-1. So I picked this up last night. This is just a really pretty dress. This is the dress right here. And the only reason I'm talking about it is because it's a brand. It's an Anthropologie brand, or a brand that is sold at Anthropologie. It's called Moulinette Sur. So it's a French name. And that's it. I don't know if we can focus on it on the camera right there. There we go. It's a beautiful silk dress, and it's really well made. It's one of those things that I was scanning through the rack really quickly, and I usually can tell by touching something if it's a good quality. It's not a name that I knew, but I stopped and looked at it. And then I looked up the name because I could tell it was well made. And then sometimes the tags themselves give it away. If it's a really nice looking tag, then that you can tell that that's kind of a higher end item. So I looked at the name. It's a name sold by Anthropologie. The RN number is an Anthropologie RN number. And it's a size 10, which is a nice middle of the road size, not too small. So it was $15.99. I did pay 20% off of that, but I'm going to sell it for about $60.
Nice. Very nice. All right, my turn?
Yep.
Okay, so again, today I found this. This is a zip-up hoodie. But what's really cool about it is Patagonia. Now, if you guys know anything about Patagonia, it's a very, very good brand to get, particularly vintage. Now, this isn't vintage, but speaking of fleece, Patagonia fleeces go for quite a bit, and if you have ones that are vintage from the 90s, they go for even more. But it's just a really kind of higher end outdoor brand, kind of in the lines of like North Face, Columbia, all that stuff. But it's more at the high end and super desirable, especially in the streetwear community. It might seem kind of weird, but some of these outdoor brands like North Face and Patagonia are super, super popular within the streetwear community, and Patagonia is one of those. This one actually has Samsung embroidered on the side. I don't know if that's why they priced it so low. They had it priced at $3.99, and I got 20% off. That is crazy. It's Patagonia.
Wow. Somebody was sleeping at the wheel the one time.
And I always buy anything that's any kind of like tech company or something like that. Like I know that like the nerds out there like stuff. So like I've shown recently like IBM. You obviously
Google
anything
stuff,
Apple.
anything Google.
I think Big Drift Thrift. I don't know if she's back on yet. She was driving, but I know that she just recently sold, like she had like a bunch of dead stock, like Apple stuff. Yep. Yeah, anything computer related, techie related, does really well. And so I think, you know, to me, having like this double branding is totally fine. Like it's not a big deal that it has Samsung on it. And it's a nice big size.
It doesn't say like Steve on it.
No,
so like
this
that
is XL. So it's just a really nice like black hoodie. And it's like kind of that. I mean, I don't really like the way these feel, but they seem to be popular. This kind of like polyester.
It's almost like a soft shell jacket. This is pretty thick.
It's not like a cotton.
And it's
hoodie.
a full zip. I would call this a jacket. I would call it a soft shell jacket as opposed to well, it has the hood. So I don't know.
It's anyway, it's more like a hoodie, but $3.99 guys. And I got 20% off of that.
That was a good deal.
That's cray.
Cray? Really?
Cray.
Don't ever say that again.
All right. Now I got a couple of things. Again, this is from today. These ones are from today. So I was like, I'm just going to go run down there. I'm going to see if there's anything good. And man, it could be.
I was listing.
It could be because the 50% off thing is coming tomorrow. I'm going to say maybe that's it. So maybe Sundays are the day I need to be going out. But anyway, so speaking of higher end outdoor brands, Woolrich is another one. And Woolrich, particularly vintage Woolrich, current stuff does okay. But vintage Woolrich does great, especially like, I love their vintage like wool jackets, like their
the buffalo plaid.
Oh, if you find any Woolrich or Filson, if you find any Filson wool jackets.
Filson, I've never seen ever in the wild, and Allison is all over the Filson, and she's going to want to move to Alaska. She's going to want to move to Alaska.
Guys, if you know anything about Filson, I found a Filson vintage wool jacket at the bins. I swear it had never been worn before. It looked like it was brand new, but it was like definitely vintage from like the 60s or 70s or something like that. At the bins, I paid for it by the pound. So anyway, Woolrich. If it says made in the USA, this is a hunting, a sweet, ridiculously bright orange camouflage button-down shirt, heavy cotton button-down shirt.
I kind of think the camouflage and the orange kind of are counterproductive, don't you think? I mean,
well, it's the pattern. It's the pattern.
I get camouflage. You're supposed to be able to
hide.
It's
just the pattern, but
orange, you're supposed to be seen because
so
you're hunting.
You don't
get shot in the woods. I understand.
Yeah. But anyway, this is made in the U.S. So
that's an old Woolrich tag. Yep.
Yeah, and here I'll show you the tag up close.
It's got the little sheet.
It's got the little sheet.
Can you do that again? Weirdo.
Yep. Woolrich, made in the U.S. So I don't know. I haven't looked this up at all, but I mean, I should be able to sell it for at least $40, $50, but we'll see. And then I'll do this.
And what'd you pay for it?
It was $7.99, and then I got 20% off of that. Okay. So pretty good, size large. So this next one, again, speaking of outdoorsy brands, this one is Columbia. Now, coming from the Pacific Northwest, I would see Columbia jackets constantly. Every store you go into there, every thrift store you go into, you're going to find a million Columbia jackets. So I don't necessarily buy them all the time. I'm particular about them. But this particular one is another hunting jacket. This, I'm assuming, is for duck hunting, based on the type of camouflage that's in it. And then it also has the little pockets for shotgun shells. This particular one, I don't know why I keep saying particular. This one is actually reversible. So you can
look normal on the other side.
So you can see the tag on the other side, or the logo thing on the other side does not have the shotgun shells on that side. So yeah, you can wear it reversed. But yeah, anytime you see anything that's hunting related, in this case, Columbia, of course, pick it up if it's Columbia brand.
Mm-hmm.
But also other stuff.
REI, some of the
yeah, some of the telltale signs will be like obviously
Browning.
Obviously, you've got the shotgun shell pocket, but also like if you ever see the ones where they have like the leather padding on the shoulders, like last week I think was when you showed that vest that you got, and it had like the padding right here, and sometimes it'll be, I think those or that one had it on both sides, but some jackets or shirts will have it on one side. It's kind of the extra padding for the kickback from your gun, but that, you know, a lot of the hunting stuff really goes well. Haven't looked this one up, but I would assume I'd be able to sell it for minimum $50, but that's without looking anything up. For all I know, it's some sort of special one. But I'm looking to see if I can find the tag in the pockets. Yeah, when you have a reversible jacket, the tag's generally in the pocket. Apparently, I just can't find it on this one, but whatever. I know it's Columbia, so.
Question from Robin. Have we done the bins at Savers? Yes. I mean, I've done them a bunch of times, and they've gotten way bigger than they used to be, which is nice. It used to be a real small section, and then they expanded it to a bigger, it was a big section, then they closed it down to a smaller section, and then they expanded it again. And the hours are pretty sporadic. They're not always open when they say they're going to be, so it's a little bit rough. Katie's done them a couple of times. I don't think she found anything spectacular. We did them with Lorna when Lorna was out here. But yeah, we've done the bins at Savers. You know, I am hoping it's something they keep up with. It's gotten better lately than it used to be. So
I used to love the bins in Oregon, the Goodwill bins, because I don't know how they work in all the other states, but in Oregon, they were also direct donation centers. So probably about half of the stuff they sold there was stuff from the local stores that hadn't sold yet. So it wasn't necessarily like super desirable. Maybe it was like stuff that was either overpriced or just wasn't that desirable because it had been sitting around the stores for like a month. And so they sent it to the bins, to the outlet. But because it was also a direct donation site, half of the stuff would be literally be stuff that was dropped off there. So that's why you would end up with something like a Filson wool vintage jacket would never last in a store, no matter what price. Somebody would have bought that. But so I would find like amazing things that, hadn't been picked through. So here I went to the Goodwill bins here, found a couple of things. Wasn't so excited about it.
All right, so let's see which Savers has the bins.
Tropicana.
The one on Tropicana. It's the biggest Savers. It's actually the biggest Savers I've ever been in, and I've been in several across a bunch of states. There could be some bigger ones somewhere else in the country that I've never been to. I'm sure there are, but it is the biggest one in Vegas. We have 6 of them here in the Valley, and that is the biggest one.
Uptown Bug wants to know which is the best bins in the Portland area. I don't know. I only ever went to the one that is in the Milwaukee area. I lived south of Portland, and I actually would go to the bins in Salem, and I loved sourcing in the Salem area because there's a lot less resellers, and in particular, there were a lot less resellers that were looking for the exact same stuff I was. So like in the bins, like I didn't have as much competition for menswear, and in the stores, I didn't have as much competition for menswear. So I would find like amazing jackets at the Goodwills in the Salem area. And part of it was also that people were scared to pay up for stuff. So I'd find jackets where I'd pay $20 for a jacket I was going to sell for $100. So I don't know. Personally, I prefer sourcing in Salem over Portland. Yeah. Anybody who's from Salem, I'm sorry.
I've never.
I'm sorry. I'm talking up your area, and I'm trying to ruin what you got going on there. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
All right, so some people say, media is dead, DVDs are dead. And I would say for the most part, with a few exceptions, that is correct. This is something I saw quickly yesterday, and I grabbed 10 Goosebumps DVDs, and I paid a little less than $1 a piece for them. And I'm going to sell them as a lot. I'm going to sell them as a lot for about $100.
Nice.
Goosebumps is one of those things that's, nostalgic and collectible. And these are the ones that are made by Scholastic. And, some of them may be harder to find. I haven't looked up any of the individual titles yet to see if there's any home runs. But what I did see is that a lot of them just sell better when they're sold as a lot. So I'm just going to sell them as a lot.
Well, you just have those Goosebumps shoes, kids shoes. How much do you sell those for again?
Like remember? 50, 55, something like that.
Crazy.
And I'd paid just a couple bucks for them. So that was kind of cool. So that was a nice, again, so I paid under $1 a piece for them. So I think maybe $7 or $8 total. And I'm going to sell them for $100.
Nice.
All right. I'm seeing a shocked Santa Claus face and hands up for I don't
Well,
even
that's
know what
Thrifty
that was.
Santa.
Oh, all right. Hey, Thrifty Santa.
I don't know who Thrifty Santa is, but everybody likes Santa.
All right. I love Santa.
Yep. Santa brings me presents.
Okay, so a couple more things, and then we'll go to Katie. So this is a brand that I actually know of strictly because of Lorna. Lorna taught me about this brand. It's called Soft Surroundings. And I found actually 2 soft surrounding items yesterday, but this is just a real pretty sundress. So it's got these little like crochet looking straps. It's a big girl size. It's a 3XL. And it's a little bit elastic at the top, and it's just this really lightweight, pretty cotton sundress. So I paid about $6 for it. I'm going to list it and sell it for $50 or $60.
So crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll just do the rest of the dresses. I have 2 more dresses to go through. This is another one I picked up yesterday. This was $6.50 because it was the color 50% off tag of the day, which was silver. And this is just a pretty dress where you want to start to learn brands. This is a brand called ESLEY. So Esley is the brand. It is a brand, and this is a dress sold by a company, an online company called ModCloth. So ModCloth is a brand of higher end pinup and retro dress styles, clothing styles. So it sells very well. Again, I paid $6.50. I'll probably list this for at least $50. And it's every time I've bought anything ModCloth, if you Google the dress, you're going to be able to find the name of the dress. And that's really important because that's how people search for them. And so every time I've bought anything that falls into that category, they always sell pretty quickly.
Very nice.
And my last dress is...
she was like, I don't think I have that much stuff to show today to share.
Bought a few things last night. So my last dress is, I think I showed one last week even. It's the Retro Chic line from Torrid, which is the plus size clothing store, women's plus size clothing store. And it's just a fantastic dress that I wish was in my size because I would wear this, this is a pinup style. It has little sunglasses and skulls on it. It is the coolest little dress. I freaking love it. I wish it fit me. It is... I paid $8 for it. It is a size 16. So like a year ago, it would have fit me. But it's, yeah, I'm going to sell this for probably at least $50.
Nice.
So it's really pretty.
It's really pretty.
I wish it was my size. Okay, back to you.
All right. This is something I found the other day. It's a hoodie. It was $11.99. You got 20% off of that. The brand is Lowrider.
I think you bought that last night.
Yeah, so last night I bought it. So it's a cool hoodie. It's kind of like sort of varsity style because it's got the different colored sleeves from the body. And this is all like embroidered. Sorry, I'm hitting you in the face. You can see it's all embroidered.
It's like
really
raised.
nice.
It's like a raised embroidered with like the felt letters embroidered.
It's a super heavy hoodie. I haven't looked it up, but I recently, guys, that's the little logo guy, little lowrider guy. So I recently, when we had gone to Victorville, I had bought a lowrider brand, like mechanic jacket, like kind of, a Dickies style. And it said lowrider on the back, and I had it for a little while, had multiple offers on it, but I didn't want to go below $100. I did sell it, I think for $100 exactly. I definitely not under $100. So it's just a really good brand. If you ever see anything lowrider, definitely pick it up. So I don't know about the hoodie, but I would imagine I should be able to sell it for at least $50, $60. I don't know. I'll have to look it up and see what the comps are on that. But
nice.
I've done really well with the jackets. So the other thing that I got last night, probably my favorite thing that I found last night, is
it's kind of my favorite thing too. She was standing around waiting for me to finish. We all know section and where I was finding that nice little Torrid dress at the last minute. And so she's just kind of standing there hemming and hawing and rolling her eyes at me.
Because that's what I do. I just hem and haw. I make lots of noises and sighing and
yeah, whatnot. She's tortured. Well, if she's done shopping and I'm still going.
That's not true. I'll come hang out.
She doesn't like it.
I'll come hang out. Anyway, and so these were hanging, I think it was with like pajama bottoms and some shorts and stuff like that for women.
Mm-hmm.
And, but we're pretty sure these are men's. You're convinced they're men's.
I'm positive.
Actually, it does say men's on it. So it is. So somebody put it in the wrong spot. So these, you guys, look at these amazing athletic shorts.
Polyester.
Look at this. Look at the awesome, like, what do you call that? What's it called?
The yoke.
It's the yoke. I call it corset crotch.
It's corset crotch.
Pretty much.
Big, thick, elastic waistbands.
Seriously. These look like they almost are dead stock. I mean, I don't even know if these have ever been worn.
Those are so
before.
60s, 70s.
Yeah, these are definitely like 70s. And here's the other thing. They're vintage. They're men's. They're 2XL. Yeah, this is a real tight. This is going to be like some real tight shorts on some dude.
Tight. They'll be tight and they'll be short on a 2X. Can you imagine a 2XL? What those are going to look like? I don't even want to know.
Well, vintage sizes, it's probably more like a large, I would say.
Real tight.
Because vintage sizes are a little bit. Yeah, they're coach shorts.
They are coach shorts. They're the short shorts.
Yeah. But these are amazing. These would be fantastic for somebody to.
And there's Chicago,
like a costume or something.
Oh, a costume. That would be so funny.
Yeah, these are like amazing.
Yeah.
Some dude is going to make some people very uncomfortable. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I was pretty stoked. So that's, sometimes you want to like sometimes I'll go and quickly look through the women's jackets because stuff gets put in the wrong spot. There's lots of times where when we go together, she'll let me hit the men's section first. And then she ends up finding some awesome men's jacket in the women's section because people will either put stuff back in the wrong spot or they're purposely trying to hide something. It happens all the time and I'm always super jealous. But so whenever I have a little extra time, I do go peruse in the women's section to see if anything's been misplaced. That's pretty much all I have. So I want to go ahead with
just one more thing.
Yeah.
And this is not that it's anything spectacular, but if in case that anyone doesn't know, I picked this up for $4 last night. It's the big Scrabble. And it is the deluxe Scrabble. So it's got the hard bottom that has it's got like a little lazy Susan thing underneath it.
Yeah,
so it spins around. And this is one of the more desirable. There are other ones that are much better made. But this is the more desirable of the Scrabble games. And it's complete. And inside, it's never even been used. It doesn't look like it's like the letters are still sealed. So they're still sealed in their plastic, and then they've got the little velvet bag inside.
Yeah, so just the box has some wear.
Yeah, the box definitely has some wear, and then of course they put tape on it at Savers because that's what they do. But yeah, so I paid like I don't know $4. I'm gonna list it for around 50 or 60. So
very cool.
That's it. It's all she wrote. That's all I got.
That's all we got. But you guys, I did say in a couple places on the Facebook that there might be prizes.
On the Facebook?
On the Facebook that there might be prizes. I got a couple prizes, or at least one. We'll see. I got at least one prize. Okay. And really, of course, it's going to be a t-shirt. I'm going to make it, whoever the winner is gets to choose because I do have different sizes. Unfortunately, here's the thing, guys. I top out at like an XL when it comes to t-shirts. So if anybody is out there and you come across
Cheryl, prizes?
If you come across funny cat t-shirts that you're willing to pass along for prizes, I'm in desperate need of bigger sizes because it seems like they're all like mediums.
They're all her size.
They're all my size for one thing, and I won't give those up. But mediums and larges seem to be like the main sizes that I find. Otherwise, every once in a while I'll find an extra large. But anyway, okay, so this first prize, let's see, I'm going to give you guys a choice. So whoever wins, I will give a choice between these t-shirts. So one of them, this one is a large, and this is the Thug for Life. This is.
I think someone mentioned in the chat earlier that they really liked this one.
Well, then they should probably try to win.
I can't remember who it was.
This is Thug for Life. It is a large.
With the
I know somebody had commented, like when I showed this originally, they had commented wanting to know if it was an extra large because they wanted it. But this is a large. So Thug for Life. So that's prize option 1. Number 2 is, now this one I like because I tend to like the more absurd, weird comedy of things. because this one like makes zero sense. This is, I don't know if this is like Kitty Jesus or what, deity Jesus, Kitty, I don't know. Kitty
rising from the dead.
Because this is like this magical kitty, and then all the other kitties appear to be, I don't know if they're like worshiping this cat who is glowing. A couple of them look like they're real angry about it. I don't know what's happening here, but I think it's pretty funny. It is a little large for me. This one is also a size large, but I think it is hilarious. And Robin is correct. Someone needs to make a pillow out of this. So listen, even if
do have pillow making friends. See, there's the thing.
But yeah, but even if if it's not going to fit you and you happen to win one of these shirts, you can make it into a pillow. That's a very smart idea. And then the third option, this one is a medium. This one, I don't know if you remember, but I do have a Pareto shirt. This one's a little bit different than mine because mine does have guacamelee and pico de gato. But this is a Pareto shirt. Again, this one's a medium. It's kind of a small medium. But those are the 3 prize options. Okay. Okay, here we go.
There's a question.
In order to win the prize, first person who answers this question at the beginning of this video, if you were around for the beginning of the show, I shared with all of you my latest cat t-shirt that I found today. Said cat on said cat t-shirt was wearing 3 accessories. What was Kitty wearing? What are the 3 accessories that Kitty was wearing? Hipster, hip hop, Kitty. Hip hopster Kitty. What were they wearing?
Hipster Kitty.
Hip hopster Kitty. What was hip hopster Kitty wearing? All 3 things. Somebody's got to answer, and whoever answers first gets to pick their prize. Come on, guys. I see there's like 60 people watching, so I know somebody knows the answer to this. Glasses, gold chain. Oh, so close, Cheryl, so close.
Sunglasses, necklace, and what? Nope.
Nope. Nope. Oh, so close, you guys. So close. Nope.
Nope. Chain, hat, sunglasses. Linda Hubble, she's got it.
Chain, hat, sunglasses. All right, Linda Hubble is the winner. Hooray! Now, where's that shirt at? Now, this one's not going to be the prize because this is my latest prize that I get to have. Okay.
Oh.
All right. All right. So, Linda Hubble, you won. So, you're going to have to send me a message. You can go ahead. My email's down below, but you can also hit me up on Facebook. And let me know which shirt you want, or you can tell me like what size you're looking for, and if I don't have anything right now, I can wait.
Cheryl, I'm gonna hook you up. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go shopping in Katie's closet, and I'm gonna send you the most hideous cat t-shirt I can find. Maybe. Allegedly. I do the laundry. She'll never know.
Allegedly. All right. So Linda Hubble is the big winner. Don't worry, guys. I will be giving out more prizes in the future. I currently am working on getting some eBay swag sent to me.
From the eBay gods that be.
From the eBay gods that be. They have some stuff that was coming in, some new merch that was coming in that they are going to be sending out. So I think there's like new water bottles. I think that's one of them. Water bottles and some other stuff.
Some pens and yeah, I've seen some.
Yeah, I don't know.
New swag.
New swaggity swag. So I should be getting that soon. And then I can start giving out some cool eBay prizes as well. But there's always going to be cat t-shirts.
There are still some eBay prizes.
There will always be cat t-shirts.
There are still some eBay prizes.
What's that?
There's in the corner over there.
Well, we'll save that for later. We got our prizes for today. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us for the Sunday Live Haul. We do this every Sunday, 2 o'clock Pacific time. And if you're not in the Boss Facebook group, please come and join us. The link to the Boss Facebook group is down below. We would love to have you in there to come and have fun with us and participate with us. It's a really great positive group where we support each other as sellers, celebrate each other's accomplishments, and help each other through any problems or obstacles. It's just a really awesome, positive space.
And we address business issues.
We do. We talk about things like taxes and bookkeeping.
It's initially how the group was started. The founder, Teresa, is very much the numbers geek, as her Instagram handle is. She loves talking business and the business side of eBay, and that's why we have that group. And she's been really great about wanting to expand it. And
So please
make it
come
fun
and join the group. Come hang out with us. It's really cool. And then the other thing is, if you are not a subscriber of my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit the little notification bell next to it. When you hit it, it'll have like a little, like these little parentheses around the outside of it, like noise, to make sure that you are getting notifications when I put up new content, whether it's a new live video that's started or when I upload like my sourcing videos. So please go ahead and do that. Hit the like button if you like the show. If you didn't like the show, it's okay too. You can go ahead and put the downvote, and we'll be sad.
We've already got our 2 downvotes that we generally get. So.
Anyway, so go ahead and hit like, and if you want to pass the word on about this channel, that'd be great too. I'd love to reach more sellers out there. I'm all about helping you guys be better sellers and just getting to build the community, and have lots of awesome, positive, cool friends.
I'm just the cute accessory.
All right. Anyway, so thanks again for coming and watching,
Thanks for spending
guys.
your Sunday afternoon or evening with us. We appreciate it.
It's getting really hot here. We're going to go jump in the pool. And
more sunshine and pool time.
Yeah, I think we're done working for the day. So whatever. We'll get back to it tomorrow. See you guys.
Bye, guys.